welcome to NatFun, a live-recorded tabletop role-playing adventure game where the dice and a few friends tell the story. In this episode, we will be continuing our sci-fi adventure utilizing the Esper Genesis game system. My name's Jackie, and I will be your game master, and I'm of course joined by a couple almost arrested, but now potential recruits.
My name's Dan, and I'll be continuing to play the two characters, Tuvelis, the Bellari engineer, and Deathcar Kratha, a Matakai sentinel.
Death Star.
I'm Matt. I'll be playing Ulrich Tyning, the Dendis Cybermancer, and his dog Spot Slick.
Ugh, always the sounds, man.
See Spot Slick. See Slick Spot.
Step on him. Spot Slick Spot.
Now, in this adventure, we will be playing Esper Genesis by Alligator Alley Entertainment, which is a D&D 5th edition rules-compatible game system set in outer space. In this episode, we will be switching over to our second Crucible Corps module from Skydon Game Studios. And if you'd like to learn more about them, their modules, other Esper Genesis offerings, or check out their new Phantasy Star tabletop RPG system, you can at skydongames.com and DriveThruRPG. We'll have links to both in the show notes and on our website, natfunpodcast.com. And if you'd like to win a free copy of the Esper Genesis Core Manual, you can. Skydon Game Studios has donated a free copy to our monthly raffle on Patreon, so go check it out. We're even expanding it to all subscribers for this month. That's right, paid and free. So head on over to patreon.com/natfun to sign up and maybe win a free copy of Esper Genesis for yourself. But before we get into the adventure, we of course have some shout-outs, which are a great way to lift up your fellow players or GM at your own table by writing down cool stuff everyone did in-game. And we here at NatFun also like to give out some bonuses with our shout-outs too. But since we have 2 players for 3 characters this go-round, we decided to switch up our normal GM inspiration reward, and instead we created something that we called an Esper Gain as our reward, which will allow the player a +4 to a check or attack roll under the same basic guidelines as Bardic Inspiration in D&D. You can add it as long as the result of the roll hasn't played out, but you can see the dice roll before you decide to add that +4 bonus. And as always, our first shout-out will grant the recipient an Esper Gain, and the second will grant the person who posted it this reward. And I think we have 7 this time, so I'm just going to roll a d8 and ignore the 8. That would be a 1, which is from me to Dan/Tuvelis. Really clutch use of your maneuvers. Out of all of the people that were doing the different types of maneuvers with the space combat, the spaceship combat, even though they were decreasing your damage or essentially skipping a turn, they gave you advantage or something else the next go around. You absolutely crushed it, and it totally was the saving grace of a few different moments. So you did awesome.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's a little unfair because, running 2 characters and having them kind of working together, I'm able to work out what's going to be best in the situation, but,
Yeah.
it's good.
And our next number is a 6.
That is from Matt to Dan as Deathcar.
Yeah, Deathcar.
Just for you to be being an angry, shoot it up, smash it monster, as the gunner, and just, again, playing such a different character, and you're even playing both characters so differently that it's pretty fun to watch you actually be like the brute as opposed to the sneaky, stealthy guy that you generally like doing. So hope you're having fun with it because it looks fun.
Oh, yeah, I am. It's a bit challenging at times, but, Deathcar is pretty simple. He wants to kill everything, smash everything, so it's not all bad.
Kill the witness.
Well, and my favorite thing is actually watching you in Discord, because even your entire body language changes between which character you're portraying, like how you sit, how your facial expressions look. You're doing awesome. It's really fun.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, so that means we have 1 Esper Gain going to Dan/Tuvelis, and the second Esper Gain going to Matt/Al.
So does that go to Deathcar or Tuvelis then?
Well, it's up to you. The shout-out was specifically for Tuvelis.
Yeah, then it probably needs to go to him. Makes sense.
But we didn't really define the rules of our Esper Gain system, or someone having 2 characters.
I did, when I did my shout-outs, I did call out for per character. So Tuvelis had 1 and Deathcar had 1, but
yeah,
whatever.
No, I think that's the way we should do it. Makes sense.
Yeah, no, I was just, yeah.
but I think if it was one that you had posted, you'd get to pick who it goes to.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? That sound good?
Yeah, that'd be
We're
easy.
making it up as we go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, use it when you get it.
Yeah, just trying to balance it out as I juggle between all these
I mean,
things.
hell, you're running 2 characters. You get a little leeway, man.
Deathcar doesn't need your pity.
All right. Well, I do like the fact that with this, you don't have that randomness of rolling GM inspiration and having it be a worse number, which is usually what happens to us. This is just you get a bonus, which I think was kind of cool.
Only thing that happened to me like one time. Come on.
And me most every
And the
time.
time for that. And the time for that.
And Aaron every time.
But on that note, who's ready to become big dang space heroes?
Let's see if we can not get arrested.
It depends upon how you define space hero.
We'll see. Now, last week on Cipher Syndicate, our space adventurers targeted, fired at, and without any sense or reason for their own safety, sorry not sorry, rammed into the starfighter ships that were pursuing them as they fled the planet Uria 7 with a salvaged android. Afraid the ship wouldn't make it without a quick repair, Leo navigated them to Pel Tavaria, a space station known for its entertainment and travel draw, as well as its unique trade opportunities. Leo settled up with his crew and quickly departed to offload his salvage, but not before leaving a good word about Dathkar, Ulrich, and even their stowaway Tuvelis on the network. The space dock was buzzing with anticipation. Security teams and media drones around a new, sleek, shiny star cruiser called the Hyperlance. But before they had time to go grab some grub or change their robotic eye color with the click of a button, they were pulled into an interview room by a security guard. Or so they thought. So now we rejoin our players in a small, plain room with just a large table surrounded by chairs and a very sad plant in the corner. They were locked in here by a Kesh security guard named Tarko, who messed with them briefly before revealing he was really an undercover Tavapol agent and kind of a... I misinterpreted the security force. I forgot they were called Tavapol. So he is part of a special force within Tavapol. And he saw Leo's rating and review on the network and needed some new faces for a job, if they're up for listening to his offer.
Yeah, so Deathcar will definitely look up and say, I'm listening. I'm all ears.
You don't even have ears. Of course, neither do I. Hey, if it's paying work, I'm interested. My head holes are open.
All right, here's the deal, buddy. I'm going to offer your team 2,000 cubles to deliver this encrypted data pad to my contact at the Eclipse nightclub in the station's entertainment district. If you accept, I'll give this to you now, and I need you to deliver it to the club's owner, Rona. But I urge you, don't trust anyone while you have this in your possession. You're fresh off the boat, which means no one knows you, which is why I need your faces. And Leo put in a good word for you, so I think you're kind of trustworthy. There's an awful lot of Tavapol and only a few of you.
Well, Dathkar's going to look directly at Tarko and ask him, well, who else is out there that wants this?
There is an underground gang called the Omega Fist. It's been looking to steal classified information. They've interrupted some of our other efforts. They're out there, but they don't know you.
All right, well, Dathkar will ask, have they been giving you guys trouble recently?
Haven't been so far. That's why we're going with this route. This encrypted data pad can't be transmitted digitally. Just in case spies get it. Walk by, do a quick scan. Ain't gonna work. It's gotta get plugged in.
Well, Dathkar will take the data pad and hand it over to Tuvelis. You keep this safe.
And your contact knows we'd be coming?
They're expecting you.
What was the name of the club again?
The Eclipse nightclub.
Well, Dathkar, I mean, I'm always up for making some money. Split it 40-40-20.
I mean, I'd take the 20% if we get to kill a couple guys along the way. And Tuvelis will chime in.
No, we should split it 3 ways. There are 3 of us. That's commonly how you would divide up such a reward. It's only fair.
He's got a point there, buddies.
All right. Giving you a hard time, new guy. You did at least hit what you were shooting at.
That's a good point. If you had not picked me up, you might all just be space dust right now.
Well done. Did you watch Galaxy Quest recently?
Oh no, I haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, I could see the similarities with Tvelis.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dathkar's gonna look around and say, "Well, I've got everything I need. Anyone else got any other questions? Sooner we get out of here, we get some food, get some sleep, and get paid."
Does this need to be done now? Is there a timeline? We could use a little bit of... You kind of pulled us in here while we were literally fresh off the boat.
Well, that's because I suspect that there's spies working within the security department. Hence the small group doing this effort. But
Inside man kind of thing. All right.
if you can continue the storyline that you had some sort of violation here, don't see any reason why you couldn't buy yourself some time. Check out the other districts. Check out the entertainment district. There's great food over there at Caged Critters Cuisine.
And you can hear Dathkar's stomach start to rumble when he hears that.
Don't look slick. It's not pretty.
Dathkar's gonna look at Ulrich and just say, you ready? Think we got everything we need. Anything else before we get out there and get paid?
I think so. I mean, I'm always up for money. The only thing I want to know is this gang, if they come for us, how far can we go without getting into too much trouble here? Because
I don't know you, and you don't know me. End of story.
Oh, then you'll see a big smile grow across Dathkar's face when he hears that.
Hey, Leo said he paid you guys not to ask too many questions.
I just need to know if it's a trash bag job or, leave them in a bathroom job.
I'm an officer of the law. I didn't hear any of that. Now, who's going to take this data pad? Tech for the tech? And he holds his hand out. Actually, before he holds his hand out, he reaches into a back pouch on his belt and grabs what looks like a really fancy USB stick that has like extra bolts and antennas. If you can imagine a Star Wars version of a USB stick that is just one with a bunch of plasticky stuff glued to it. He takes it out, tosses it in the air, flips it, catches it,
Greebling.
and says, "Oh yeah, it's all coming together." Tech for the tech, and he offers it over to Tvelis.
Tvelis will reach out its hand and take that data pad and then open a compartment it has on its chest, like it modified its exoskeleton suit to have this secure compartment kind of centrally located where you can always keep an eye on it, and just slip it in there and close it up.
Note to self, rip open chest. Okay.
That would be ill-advised, as my security protocols would kick in and countermeasures would be released that would make it the most painful experience for you.
I'm just saying, if things go south...
It's like that robot from The Mandalorian that just self-destructs all the time.
Oh, yeah. IG-11.
Oh,
Yes.
forgot his name.
Oh, man, that's a good way to go, too.
Yeah, we'll just keep adding characters as we go along.
Yeah,
There you go, there you go.
IG-11 meets the guy from Galaxy Quest. I'm all about this now. Maybe Ulrich is starting to like him just a little bit, because that's his jam. All right,
And
man.
Tarko's gonna go, "Oh yeah, and this is yours." And he hands your personal media device back to you, Al.
Thanks.
Sorry, I had to take it to sell the whole bit.
You definitely had a lot of orifices pucker in there, buddy. So appreciate it. But yeah, thank you. Do we need to come back to you or just get the job done? How do we get paid? There or here?
Get the job done, and I'll be here in the loading bay for the next 4 days.
Fair enough. All right, Tvelis, you got the goods. We got the time. Let's scope this pizza run out.
And Dathkar's going to speak up. No, we're not going to get pizza. We're going to go to the Caged Critter Cuisine. It's great because you get to pick a creature off the menu, they bring it out in a cage, and then you get to cook it in front of you as much or as
I
little
don't like
as
my
you
food moving, but we'll see what's going on.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Yeah, I'm always up for something new. Cover it in ketchup, we'll be fine.
I like this guy. I actually started there as a line chef, so if you don't mind, here's a coupon on me. And he pulls a coupon out for 20% off.
Oh,
Second
that's
entree with the
perfect.
purchase of an entree and a
I
beverage.
usually order 2 meals when I get there.
Hey, we just made a little more on this job. Why are you wearing oven mitts?
What do you mean we? This is my coupon.
Damn it.
All right, now get out of here and look like you got in trouble.
No problem on that.
Or I can rough you up if you'd prefer. And he, like, cracks his knuckles.
Just two Velas. Just hit him once or twice. We'll be fine.
No. You may certainly not touch me.
Selling the bit, man. Pull your weight.
I am. I have the data pad concealed on my person.
But I don't weigh very much.
I am technically negative space.
And Tarko gets up, unlocks the door, and he kind of slams his hand loudly on the window, and then opens the door, and in a big booming voice, "Get out of here with a warning. I don't want to have to talk to you about that again."
All right.
Deathcar will speak up and join in on this fun. Damn it, Ulrich. You have to declare your pet. You just can't put that thing on your head and walk through security.
Yeah. Ugh. Don't eat that.
I don't think of Deathcar as being really a good actor, so I think this whole conversation would just be really forced.
Yeah. Hey, don't do that anymore. My acting is impeccable.
And then Tarko yells out, "And I expect the paperwork on his wig on my desk within 24 hours, or I'll find you again."
All right. No, just shh.
All this talk about the thing on Ulrich's head is making Deathcar's stomach start to grumble. Shall we head over to the Cage Critter Cafe, or Cage Critter Cuisine? What do you guys want to call it?
Yep.
You're the one that made it up.
Yeah, it was Cage Critter Cuisine.
I mean, it could technically be a cafe, but I think cuisine's more fitting.
No, there's nothing
Well,
cafe
is there
about
outdoor
it.
seating?
There's no... Well, only if you really anger the chef and they throw you out the back door is there outdoor
Wouldn't
seating.
that just be the vacuum of space? Well, would you like me to describe this sort of restaurant place?
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
do that.
So think of like just a disgusting kind of diner that hasn't been cleaned since it opened.
Blech.
Everything's kind of greasy and sticky. There's dust on the lights. Some of the lights are all burnt out. And then basically each table has like a hot pot in the middle, and you can order from the menu kind of any creature you want. And the idea is they bring it out to you in a cage, and you can cook it as much or as little as you'd like. So it's up to your desires.
Small screams.
Double bleh.
And Deathcar will lead the group and just go right to the table right in the middle of the place and flag down the waitress there.
"Hey, doll, what can I do you for?"
I've been here before. It's my favorite place to eat, but my companions haven't. Is there anything you'd recommend they check out or try out, for a first timer here? I know what I'm getting.
Well, you could always get the ROUS platter.
Oh, that is a good one. Gotta be hungry if you're gonna eat that. Well, while these guys are making their decisions, Deathcar's gonna go ahead and order his favorite food here. It's spider with like 20 legs, a shiny green hard exoskeleton, and has eyes on both ends. Just fangs on one side, though.
Oh god.
Ooh, I like it.
Sea bug.
All right, that's one cage crawly. What else you want?
I'm hungry. I'll have 2 of those, and here, get one for my buddy. I think he's gonna like it too.
Oh, you've been here before then. All right, 3 cage crawlies.
Is it still moving when it arrives or not?
Oh, we can do it that way if you want.
Nope. Good. All good.
Oh, come on, Ulrich. Yeah, try out new things here. That's the original way. It's the best way to eat it. You gotta reach in that cage, pull it out, and drop it in the hot pot.
Okay. Oh,
He's never been here before, has he?
Nope. I've been
you're
a
in
lot
for
of
a treat.
places. I haven't
All right,
seen.
and what do you want to drink?
Oh. What's the strongest thing you've got to wash down the flavor?
Oh god, this place must serve something that's like sludge in a cup.
I'm gonna have to think of a terrible beverage.
Just like critter pieces all blended up.
Hmm.
Crawly juice.
We'll get 3 of the fizzy fuel line for you guys.
Okay. That I think I'm alright with it.
Anything for the bucket of bolts? Need a battery or something?
No. I do not ingest solid foods, but my battery is at 90%. I am fine.
Sounds great. All right. And she turns around and starts yelling, I need 3 greasy pigs still crawling. Make sure there's 8 legs this time.
Good. My tentacles get actually shorter because Slick just actually tries to embed himself so he's not mistaken for an hors d'oeuvre.
Hey, do you see that guy's toupee is moving? It's freaking weird. Like, we don't even know.
It's alright, buddy. It's alright.
Well, do you want us to keep describing the rest of the food being served and all that?
Heck yeah. I appreciate it. I did throw out to you guys, like, think of a couple places that would be in the entertainment district. This is, like, the big touristy spot. So I appreciate you guys just taking it and running with it. So I'm sure there wouldn't be very much prep time. They just have to fill a couple of cups and then bring out a couple of cages with some very angry arachnids.
Yeah, so when it shows up, Dathgar's got his 2 plates, or I guess 2 cages, and the first one he's going to just open up and start reaching around, the thing's just like biting and snapping at him, and he's just loving it, this sort of battle for his food. And he'll pull it out and just start ripping the legs off and sucking the like meaty, juicy bits out from each one of them, as this thing just keeps screaming and squirreling around in his hands. And then the other one, he's just gonna drop it straight into the oil and let it kind of crisp up and get that crunchy exterior. So you bite into it, it just kind of melts in your mouth, and he'll be talking to Ulrich. He's like, "You gotta get in on this, man."
And Ulrich is just gonna dip the cage in the hottest little place he can find and just sits in there way too long. Way too long. And he'll pull it out and break off a leg. He's like, well, that looks like something I've eaten before, at least now, and it's not barking at me, and this isn't bad. Huh.
Roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
These always go well for him.
Come on. That is a natural 1. That is for a 2. Do I have an advantage on these? Hang on, let me check if I think I have a physical trait here. Hold on.
Nope. You break a tooth on your overcooked creepy crawly.
Well, let's see. Lovely place. Still does taste good, but I've definitely eaten better. Ow. Well, he's not going to be rude, and he is one about exploring the world. He's going to be a little more careful. He's just going to smack it against the table 3 or 4 times, loosen it up, and then pour out pieces, and then finger food it, just so he's not starving.
And you hear a voice from, like, back in the kitchen area. Hey! Don't break the tables. Just because you overcooked it, that's on you.
I'm just loosening up the good bits.
Dathgar will reach across and just grab it and crush it in his hand.
Good lord. My finger was still in there. Yeah, that's all I got. It's like the world's most freaky deaky crab is what I'm kind of seeing it as. He'll eat about a third of it.
And now it's a pile of just, like, completely desiccated croutons.
Hey, I'm alright with that. I'll hand one up to Slick, see if he eats it. I think he likes it. Maybe not.
It's like a bone hairball.
All right, so you just want anything else?
You have a yeah, I'll try something that's not moving. Yeah, you got a breadstick for the road?
Yeah, you want to buy the appetizer after the meal? You're a weird one.
Yeah, I just put it in a to-go box. I'll eat it later when my stomach settles and my tooth stops bleeding.
All right, that's gonna be 13 cubles.
Oh boy, who's buying?
Dathgar will reach out and pay.
Oh, thanks. All right, I'll get tomorrow. Maybe we'll find something in the entertainment district.
And management has said we are no longer allowed to say that tips are required, and we have to inquire if you have any coupons or other discounts that need to be applied to your order.
Oh, yeah!
Deathcar will pull out that coupon he got and say, Tarko gave us this. He says to say hi. He used to work here back when he was younger, I guess.
Oh, that guy? All right. I'll give you 20% off everything.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks so much.
Wow.
Yeah, what do you think, Ulrich? Shall we come back again tomorrow? Try out some of the other things I got on this menu. It's pretty diverse.
Ah, you said you're going to come back tomorrow? All right, I'll make sure I'm working tomorrow for you guys.
Yes.
Wonderful. I wonder if... I don't know if my teeth can, wait. Wonderful.
You're all right, and she slaps you way too hard on the back.
It's all right, buddy. We're fine.
And she walks off to the next table.
All right.
What does Tavelis think about all this?
Ooh. I think Tuvelis is just sitting there, waiting in like standby mode.
Yeah. Low power.
He's just kind of sitting there without paying too much attention because it's very crude to him. The fact that creatures eat other creatures, it's not something he can identify with. So yeah.
Nice. Sensors are up, but just staring at one spot like, ooh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Well, luckily Tuvelis doesn't really have facial expressions that others can see, so hopefully they don't register his discomfort.
All right. Well, when you are done eating and you exit the caged critter cuisine, I was like, creepy crawly. Nope. Something nope. Caged
the
critter
establishment.
Cuisine. You step out and you see there's still tons of things here. I had described it last session as essentially, when you're getting ready to get into the airport and that part between where you get dropped off and picked up and the security gate, there's not a ton of shops, but there are some gift shops, there's some coffee stands, little gathering areas, there's some food areas, there's little shops that sell gadgets and gizmos kind of out in the main space, a couple along the sides, and you also have a few hotels that are throughout the area. All with bright holographic neons flashing. Vacancy. 10% off on Monday.
What day is it?
Is there anything that Al notices in this area?
I think he remembered Tuvelis looking at the little kiosk, and he was kind of scoping for a little tech shop. He's always looking at just techie stuff. He doesn't have anything in particular, but it's kind of his window shopping hobby to see what's new and interesting. But kind of, he's looking for like a used, I think he finds a little used, like tech store. It's like not a pawn shop. It's like a Radio Shack and a pawn shop.
I was going to say Radio Shack.
It's the old school Radio Shack that had cool stuff though, and like you go in and
Circuit City.
Oh, God. But like it's Jim's Circuit Town. That's kind of what we're going for.
All right.
I'm thinking it's Esper Town.
There you go, Esper Town. So you walk in, and this is kind of one of those total small hole-in-the-wall type shops where the front doesn't look that big. Like, there's not that much window space on either side of the doors, but when you walk in, it's just a very, very long, skinny shop, and it's just really crummy, just whitewashed walls with a bunch of hooks and stuff hanging on it. There's someone behind
everything.
the desk. Yeah, there's stuff on at the very back. There's a glass kind of display with the register and someone kind of just chin on their knuckles. You see a human, and he's a little bit heavy set. He's got a nice 5 o'clock shadow. I would say shaved head, but I'd be lying. He's just balding pretty significantly, and there's a nice little ring around the head shadow of that. And he's got dark blue eyes and it still looks very futuristic and modern in the materials, but it is not a significant step above a wife beater and jeans.
It's the sausage stain down the front that really caps it all off.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you guys looking for something? Is there something I can get you?
Just look and see what's on the shelves. I usually peruse a place like this. Got anything interesting?
There are lots of interesting stuff all over. You just look throughout and let me know if you want anything, okay?
Alrighty. And he's looking for something that kind of looks really good, but it's probably slightly broken or doesn't have a power cell in it.
Oh, don't worry. That's everything in the shop.
Yeah, well, he's looking for that thing that's mismarked. I'd like to do the thing where you go and, like, peruse the pawn shop or the thrift store and find the, $200 Game Boy game that nobody knows is worth anything kind of thing.
All right, let's do an investigation check.
Cool. I'm down with that.
And that will yield how good or bad.
Investigation. Not too bad, actually. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I managed to roll a 2, so with my +5, that's still a 7.
All right, so with a 7,
Should have had
you
slick
spend
help.
some time perusing to the point that it's starting to make this guy nervous, so he actually leaves from behind the counter and kind of clomps on over to you, and he gets, like, way too close, and he's... All right, man, what you getting?
Just
You've been looking a long time. Just want to make sure nothing gets in those greasy little pockets.
You're putting stuff in your pockets? I was just looking to see if you had a cool little data tablet or something. I'm trying to upgrade here.
Yeah, this one's the newest model. I just haven't been able to get it to power up.
What do you want for it?
80 cubles?
Make it 40 and you got a deal.
Are you a comedian? You're really funny. This guy's funny.
Slick will actually slither out and clap his hands. His little tentacles.
Nice. I'm going to say this would still have to be a persuasion roll.
Fair enough. It's a 19 on persuasion.
Oh.
I think he smiles and looks and he's like, 40 now is better than none. Just got off the boat, man.
All right, so I just grabbed the first NPC sheet that I had, which was Leo's from the last couple episodes, and you got real lucky with that 19 because I rolled an 18 on the insight check.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your pitch? What's your pitch with your 19?
I look at him and I say, hey, man, 40 now is better than none. And, I just got off the boat. It's what I got. And you get something off your shelves and put some money in your pocket. You don't even have to tell anybody it happened.
Whoa. I thought that I said it was 100, and you said 50.
You said it was 80, and I said it was 40.
I thought I said it was 100. Did I say it was 80?
Juvel, speak up.
No, you said 80. He countered
All right,
40.
all right.
You are still working out an agreement.
Thanks. My little cash register
fine.
over here. All right. He brings out his little personal pad and bumps it against the other guys and taps 40 and sends it over.
You pay the man. He grabs the little thing, which is literally, for how high-tech everything is, it's just a clear plastic bag with a thick paper top on it that is stapled, like old-school GameStop from the early 2000s. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
And then he walks back over to the glass case and starts kind of fussing over stuff on the counter, trying to untangle cables and plug stuff in and just trying to get it to work.
Alrighty. I think, anything you want in here too, Velis? You need parts, or do you want anything? I did see that stand where it changes your eye color. Could use an upgrade. I don't know.
No, there's nothing wrong with my eye color. And everything in here is quite filthy, to be honest. I want nothing to do with it.
It's no way to talk about the guy behind the counter, man. It's a little rude.
I mean no offense.
All
That's just a statement of fact.
And Tuvelis will turn and head straight on out the door.
And as you step out of the shop, you see there's still somewhat of a crowd around that big ship, but most of the media have moved on and they're interviewing a couple people in the crowd. And you see that there are a few hotels kind of over on the opposite side of where the restaurants were. And there's even there's a sign spinner and they have what looks like almost a neon sign, but it's really a hologram. And they're just throwing it up in the air. And it's spinning so fast you can't even read what it is. I know, they're so much fun. I just think it's ridiculous to have a sign spinner at an outer space station. It seems dumb. But anyways, you've got sign spinners, you've got holographic sign spinners.
Hey, it ain't easy living on a space station. And I'll have you know, I have my holographic sign spinning certification on 19 different planets. I'm even going to the international conference. But enough about me. Time to do my job. If you want some great additional content, head on over to patreon.com/NatFun. If you didn't catch it, check out my sign. And while you're here, also leave a rating or review on your closest terminal. Just takes a short minute and really helps us all out. Hey, you didn't look at my sign. Hey, slow down.
You guys know anything about that shiny new hot rod over there?
Death car respond. No, I don't care much for ships. Prefer beasts myself.
Huh. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Al is pretty drooly. He digs ships. That's his jam. And something that big and new and modern and not falling apart or, with other pieces of ships jammed into it to fill the holes. Pretty cool, but all right, let's keep on task. You want to hang out around here, or should we go down to the entertainment district and at least get a lay of the land before we figure out who we're supposed to talk to tomorrow?
Death car respond. I'm beat. My stomach's full, and I'm in no rush. We could deal with this tomorrow. Just need to get some sleep.
Yeah, last day or two have been a little rough around the edges. I could use a little get my brain back in order before we make poor decisions again. Let's head over to the entertainment district. You alright with that too, Velas? And we'll maybe see if we can get you a power pack and also make sure nobody's following us. Watch your data pads.
Well, as I told you earlier, my energy reserves are fine, and I personally do not require sleep to rehabilitate myself, but if you and Dathkar do need to take an evening to rest, I'm happy to sit and stand by.
I love that for you.
While you two catch up on your sleep, and then we can deal with the rest of this tomorrow.
Alright, so where are you guys heading?
Kind of trying to navigate, look for signs for the entertainment district, and just kind of get a lay of the land for that area. And then we're going to look for a place to stay so we can kind of acclimate ourselves. Look like we belong, but don't belong.
Okay. Well, I will say that Dan is our focus player for this adventure, and Tivelis knows kind of the lay of the land a little bit more than the rest of you. So the Pel Tavaria space station has kind of 5 main hubs in it, and they are connected by a magnetic railway system. So this is kind of going to be your arrival and departure area. This is where a lot of your main hotels are going to be. There are other hotels. They're going to be for lots of various things as you get closer to the entertainment district. So if you're just looking for rest, this would be a good spot. If you're looking for themed rest, then you might want to go to the entertainment district.
All right, well, Tuvelis will turn to Dathkar and Ulrich and say,
This is going to be our best, most suitable location to find hospitality. If you are looking for something where maybe a companion joins you or an hourly rate, things of that nature, we could head to the entertainment district.
That's useful to know. I've definitely had plenty of company for the last couple of days. You know any of these places there, too?
No, I do not require any rest, so I would have no reason to have ever stayed at any such establishment. Dathkar has been here before. Perhaps he can fill you in on maybe a suitable location.
I mean, all I need is a bunk for the night, place to put my feet up and stay safe. So I don't particularly care. Anywhere by here is fine by me.
Well, it is just next to the old crusty critter there.
Crispy critter, man. Crispy.
Well, no, he overcooked his. His was crusty.
Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna call it what it is, man. Not what it's named. What it is. Spade's a spade.
All right, so as you look, these are all hotels, but unlike the hotels that we're used to that have, lots of options, there's a suite room, 1 bed, 2 beds, queen beds, king beds, multiple rooms. These are like just pods. So real cheap. You get a pod and you go in there and it sustains you for the time that you have purchased, and then you come back out refreshed, and that is all you get. There's no continental breakfast. Some of them don't even have bathrooms inside.
Japanese pod hotel. Well, I would have preferred something with a space where we could have watched each other's back, but I guess,
Well, you have Slick. He can always keep an eye out for you if you need.
Yeah, that's true. I do. I suppose.
Well, if you really are concerned, just scream real loud if anything happens, and I'll be right there to smash whatever your problem is.
I think, we'll go get a couple escape pods for the night and rest up, and then we'll go scope out the entertainment district with a little fresher eyes. Sound good to you guys?
All right, so are you going for the biggest hotel, the one in the middle, or are you going to risk it with the blue and yellow sign?
I think middle ground, not too expensive, but not going to get fleas. What do you think there?
I think it's best to take the safe bet, just whatever's cleanest, because you don't want to catch anything here, and then you have to deal with all that medical expenses on top of that.
Medical expenses, or getting thrown in a cage and eaten. It's fine.
All right, so you see there is a dark blue sign that says Blue Sun Stay, and you are able to walk in, and it has kind of this, I would best describe it as a Wild West motif inside. So it's got these fake wooden tables, it's got some, pictures of like cacti in a desert, things that are completely foreign to outer space. And there is an android behind the desk.
Well, Deathcar will walk up, put his claws onto the counter, and look at the android and say, "Hello, we need 3 pods. Just your basic ones will be fine. That's all we really need is just one night here. What can you offer us?"
And in like a terrible, 90s animatronic style, this is not a high-end android.
Yes, you would like 3 pods?
Yes, just 3 basic pods for one night.
What's that? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not understand your response. Please repeat. Yes or no?
Deathcar getting a little frustrated. Just yes.
I'm sorry, I did not understand your response. Please repeat. Yes or no?
And Tuvelis is going to step up before Deathcar starts smashing things and plug in an interface
You're gonna catch
with
something
the
doing that, man.
console that's on the counter.
And this android, which I'm just going to say, if we just took C-3PO and made like open wires to be long hair, and it would be the silver C-3PO version, very similar vibes. So you have a female humanoid size android. You have these big, thick cables for, symbolizing hair. And a pretty sleek stainless steel almost looking appearance in the coverings of their casing. And her eyes kind of flash, and then you see that the eye sockets on both Tuvelis and this android rotate to a screen. And they are a perfect mirror image of each other as they're just clicking along, words, this, flashes, symbols, numbers, and then...
Great, enjoy your stay.
And Tuvelis will unplug
What
from the
did you
console.
just agree to?
I got us the 3 pods, as you wanted, all together, side by side, so we can be safe.
Yeah. Thanks.
I didn't understand your response. Please say yes or no.
Hearing that, you're going to see like rage flash into Deathcar's eyes for a brief moment.
Guess we're not paying. Let's move on.
Yes, I suppose you're right. We should head off to rest.
Yep, fair enough.
Where's the lifts or elevators? What do we call it in here?
The levitator.
Gravitron lift.
It could just be a pneumatic air tube that just sucks you up like in Futurama.
You are able to get to the upper floor, and you walk into a hallway that just is reminiscent of the inside of a soda vending machine. Because there's these circular slots, which is where all the pods are. There's a simple button to the right of it, and you hit the button, pod opens, you climb in, and the door closes. That's all you get. But once you're inside these pods, it is the most calming effect possible. There are chemicals to lower your heart rate, create a sense of relaxation, create a calming space. The lighting adapts to your body and the different... you're actually getting scanned constantly while you're in the pods, and it's just adapting the environment to give you the most comfortable situation possible for what you
I think in
need.
that case for Deathcar, he would just want all that turned off, because for him, his idea of comfort isn't any of this pampering or nonsense like that.
Relaxing. No.
Comfort stasis disabled. Are you sure?
Gritting his teeth. Yes.
I'm sorry. I did not understand your response.
We're gonna lose our deposit.
Please say yes.
Oh no, at this
or
point,
no.
Dathkar is gonna go ahead and just rip it right off the wall.
You break the computer and everything turns off.
Oh, God.
You are just in a cold, dark metal
Oh, God.
deprivation chamber at this point.
That's perfect. That's all he wanted.
Ulrich climbs in, and he's gonna start tweaking the dials and turn down all the hoity-toity stuff to about 4 instead of 10. But as he turns back, Slick is already like on his back and sprayed out like an upside-down mop and just. Well, I guess it's working for somebody, and he's gonna actually tinker on that little tablet for a bit, but he's gonna get to sleep pretty fast. He's pretty wrecked from the last couple days. I'm running around with Leo.
All right. What about Tuvelis? What does he do? Sorry, what about Tuvelis? What did they do?
Yeah, I make that mistake all the time. Tuvelis, again, doesn't need to actually sleep, so it just kind of sits in its pod on the edge of the bed there, just in an upright position, arms by its sides, and maybe the screen on its face kind of turns off and powers down, just like flashing a, in and out, just slow blinking light that it is in the standby mode.
Sounds good. You are all able to achieve a long
What's
rest.
that like? Click the button. Where's...
I don't think there's a button on this one.
We do.
Yeah.
Manual.
Ooh.
Well, I got a lot of clicking to do because Dathkar was hurting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Tuvelis is alright.
You mean Ulrich?
Ulrich is doing okay.
You just
Nope,
can't
I have
remember
a
who you
problem.
are.
Who am I? Nice.
All right, so you were all able to achieve a long rest, and at what time do you think would be the call to get you kicked out of the pods?
Well, I think we checked in kind of early, but I'm hoping we got the late checkout. We never did ask Tuvelis about that, but...
Hey, Dan, how about you roll us a d12?
Oh. Crap.
6 a.m. The pod starts to flash a bright color, and not music, but just advertisements, very fast-paced, like micro machine advertisements, just come on for constant stuff, and it just gets louder and louder and louder
I love
and
this.
louder.
I have an idea. You must watch an ad for 5 additional minutes. You must watch an ad for 10 additional minutes.
Dathkar will wake up feeling energized, ready to go. He will head out of his capsule and then go check on Tuvelis, bang on the door.
Boom,
Ulrich is hearing this already.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Let him play
Fair
with
enough.
himself.
Wow.
Michael.
Dathkar will call out to Tuvelis, "Time to get going." And go bang on Ulrich's door too. "Come on, buddy, let's go get some breakfast. Crispy Critters has some good breakfast cuisine too."
Yeah. Ulrich slides out. He's used to, these places. He's been in a lot of these joints. He slides out, although Slick is still sleeping. Just picks him up, puts him on his head, and lets him nestle in, and grabs his stuff and buckles his belt and starts waiting for everybody else to gather themselves. I said, let's grab a cup of not Leo's coffee and head down to the entertainment district. Something's got to be kicking over there already.
And as you get downstairs back to the lobby, you see the same android there at the desk. There's no reason to change them. And you go to walk to the doors, but they don't open.
Tuvelis will look at the others and say,
It is customary to pay for your accommodations. I would expect you would have understood this arrangement.
I figured we paid when we got here. Thought you took care of it. Alrighty.
No, we pay in the morning after. Each of us will have our own separate room fee.
Yeah, Tapper, what do we got here? Find my room number.
State your room number.
What was that?
"Ooh, we didn't pick or state our room numbers, so we can go with anything. Just everything on the 5th floor, the 5th room on the 5th floor."
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Room 504. 25 pupils.
Alright, that's me. And he whoop, taps it.
Thank you.
Room 506. 25 cubles.
To Velas just can basically wirelessly pay. He doesn't need to tap to pay or anything like that, so just automatically transmits wirelessly and it just flashes on the screen. Paid.
Room 508. Significant damage requiring repair. 125 cubles.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you were going to do that to me. Oh.
You can't be mad at me.
I can't. It's my own fault.
Yeah. Are we damaging more things, or are we just paying?
Dathkar's thinking real hard about ripping this thing to shreds, but he must follow the rules. Must follow the rules. Law and order. Law and order.
Is that Dathkar's daily affirmations?
Pretty much.
Rage nap, did you, buddy?
Dathkar will ask 125,
Yes.
and he'll tap to pay for it.
Oh, boy. Hey, Tuvelis, next time erase the damage charges before we get downstairs.
Ooh, I mean, I could attempt that, but if I were caught, that may complicate the situation.
We'll fix that.
Thank you for your stay. Would you like to do a brief survey?
No.
I'm sorry. I did not understand. Please state yes or no.
Door opens.
No, good, because I thought Dathkar was going to have to destroy that door for a minute here.
So, and Ulrich says yes and then walks away.
You are able to walk out, and you see a similar hustle and bustle to when you went in. There are still quite a few people around the Hyperlance. Again, there's only this time there's like 1 or 2 media drones that's going and talking to random people in the crowd. But everything else is just kind of early morning, and there's not nearly as many ships as before, because again, it's very early morning. And there is a map in front of you.
Awesome.
So, Pel Tavaria has 5 main districts, and there are 2 space docks on either side, and it's connected between these 5 districts by a maglift train that you can take to get from point A to point B, and anywhere in between.
Tuvelis will look back at Ulrich.
Well, you were looking for some coffee this morning? Well, you're in luck. There is a machine right here that has some very mediocre coffee for a very fair price.
Fair price. Well, that's better than usual. Oh, God. All right. Yeah, I'll go get a cup of something. It can't be worse than Leo's.
It costs 15 cubles.
Ugh. Black coffee. No whip. No, not pumpkin spice. No.
What size did you want your coffee? The Blambork, the Blambook, or the Blambingo?
Which one's medium?
The Blambork?
So why don't you just call it medium?
It's a Blambork. What was your order again?
Just coffee. Black coffee. Nothing from the outer rim. Nothing that's been through a black hole. I just want...
I'm sorry, you didn't say that in the proper order. You want a Blambork coffee. Black?
Yes, black. How much?
That'll be 12 cubles.
Well, at least I got down 3. Fine. Tap.
You're able to get your coffee, and what do you guys want to do?
Oh, God. Ugh. Yeah.
Tuvelis will look at the others and say,
Well, in order to get to the entertainment district, we will need to find the maglev train and take it there.
All right. Either way, well, I think this might be worse than Leo's. Find the train.
Tuvelis will turn and lead the group towards the transit station, train station, hover station. What do you guys think?
Terminal.
Transit station sounds good.
Whatever.
You're able to head there, and as you walk across the main foyer, you do see Tarko posted up outside that office, and he sees you, and he does like a really awkward slow nod
And
in your direction.
To play it up, I actually grab Tuvelis and I actually make us do a wide berth around him, so it looks like we're avoiding him.
Nice. You are able to get to the maglift train, and it is complimentary to get from district to district. There's no charge. What does it look like? What would you think a space subway train would look like?
I kind of feel like it should be really slick and quiet, and I have a feeling it's a space station. It's gritty. It's not. I'm thinking the oldest BART train or New York subway you've ever been on. Like, they're square, they're scratched, they're falling apart, and it is loud as all get out inside this thing.
the same advertisement is playing in like 14 different languages at the exact same time.
Well, and you can't even hear it because the train is just.
Yeah, it's just got that deafening screech to it as it's making the turns.
You know this train. You know exactly the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah, anytime it makes a turn, it's really jolting and jarring and just not as smooth as you would expect for a fancy futuristic train.
Frictionless system. Yeah, all the stabilizers are half in, half out.
Well, it never stops running, so they don't really have that much time to repair it. So they have like these quick little like pit stop moments at each of these stations to do their repairs.
Yeah, it's probably got.
So you are able to go.
Oh, it's probably got like the posters on the wall, advertisements and everything, but they're just really out of date for things that happened years ago. And instead of trading out, they just kind of up like right over it.
It's got you scratched out.
The years are actually they've gone off the original poster with all these secured updates, and it's actually just on the sidewall. And then next to it, someone has taken a little poster of what looks like some sort of feline species, probably a youngling, just hanging on a limb or a branch, and it just says hang in there underneath it.
There's some 400-year-old repair droid hanging off the side of the train, just with fear in its little beady eyes, trying to keep this thing running.
And just a couple minutes, doors close, you hear a bunch of announcements. Can't actually tell where you're going because they all play at the exact same time, but you progress to the second station. And
Nice.
Again, doesn't take that long, just 5 minutes. This thing is fast. It's rickety, but it is fast. And let me double check. We've got our 5 districts. So this is the science district. And you don't get off, but you see that there are a lot of different types of structures. They're more boxy. They're very, very tall. There's lots of glass, and all the glass panels seem to be info displays as well. And before you can really see much more, doors close, progress on to the next station. Station number 3. This is the residential station. And this, as the doors open, you can see there are 3 distinct areas within this station. And there's the kind of dirty, grungy, very stacked upon each other pod living area. There's the kind of middle area where everyone has like a small little lot out in front. There's only, it looks like maybe 2 units per building. And then over on the other side, you see some buildings that are very reminiscent of that science district with these glass panels that are info displays, big buildings. They have lots of ornate colors. And again, before you can take too much in, the doors start to close. But as that happens, let's go with Dathkar. You feel something bump into you pretty hard, almost rock solid, as you watch a Matokai child run past you, giggling.
Watch your wallet.
I mean, Dathkar probably wouldn't attack this child. It is just a child. Maybe pick him up, or I don't know. I mean, Jack, you'd probably make me roll for an attack if I try to do anything like, touch him.
You didn't kill it. You just picked it up.
I want to tap him on the shoulder aggressively. Oh, you chopped his head off.
All right, I think maybe Dathkar would do a perception check here, just kind of study this child and see if he did, in fact, grab anything or is up to no good. That lawful side of his brain is kicking in, and he wants to make sure this kid's on the right path.
All right, let's do a perception check. Bring it.
That's a 17.
17's
No.
good. So you do notice that this kid is a Matokai, and they have kind of rusty red scales, and they have kind of raggedy clothing. Again, it's really cool fabrics because it's outer space, but it's not well mended. It's a little bit too baggy, too big for the child, and you do see that they're holding kind of a scanner device in their hand. And they're looking at it as they're running away, and you can see on the screen with that 17, it says unsuccessful transfer, and you hear, oh man, as the doors close.
You almost got port pocketed.
Dathkar will look at Ulrich and Tuvelis and say, watch out, the kids here, they have no respect for the law and the rules. They'll happily take any money you got. It's pretty unfortunate it's come to this here.
Very much so. All these stations are like that. Just, keep your stuff tight.
A few minutes go by, not that long, and then you hear again a cacophony of announcements in various languages so loud that nothing is heard whatsoever, and the doors open, and this is the entertainment district. You are able to look out, and you see streams of bright lights, holographic ads, and flashing signs decorate the entire area. The streets are filled with people making their way in between rows of hover vehicles moving about the busy streets. The buildings vary between small fast food restaurants to mini malls and full-service recreational facilities. And this is bustling with tons of people.
Velis will stand up and alert his companions.
This is our stop. Everyone off. Entertainment district.
Mind the gap.
I was going to say mind the electrical circuit. So, all right. Wow, they're up and moving here early. I don't usually see this. Very cool.
Yes, well, we need to first find our way over to wherever the Eclipse nightclub is so we can make this delivery.
Good memory.
How are you going to attempt to locate the Eclipse nightclub?
Well, at the station, there'd obviously be some sort of map system there, so Velis will go up to it and plug into it to interface and see if it can find the direct route to where it needs to go.
You keep porting with everything you run into, buddy. You're going to get a disease.
My antivirus software is up to date.
Absolutely. There are information stations that you can interface with at all of the Maglite train stations. And this one has a nice little map. It's kind of like a big pillar, like a triangle-shaped 3D pillar. And it has one panel has general rules and information and different codes that you can scan to get different types of services. If you need to have transport services, call Tavapole, whatever. One of the other panels is a large map with a "You Are Here" arrow. And then the third panel is kind of a infographic display that is constantly changing and moving things. There are a couple of ports underneath it that you can plug into.
All right, well, Velis will open up a port on its arm and pull out the wire to plug into the port there and interface with the computer system, the network here, and try to locate where they're going and also just like the fastest route there so that they can avoid any issues or slowdowns along the way.
All right, let's do an investigation check. Yeah, do an investigation check.
All right, that's a 10 and a 23. I don't know why I had advantage there.
All right, it really sucks when you have advantage clicked and you got a crit on your second roll.
You probably should turn that advantage off. Well, he's doing this port and we've gotten off the train. Alric is definitely thinking about the stuff that our buddy there told us, Tarko. And he's looking over his shoulder. He's seen if anybody that was on the train for their 4 stops got off with them.
Do a perception check for me.
Perception. It's a 12 for perception.
It's been quite a few stops, and there were an awful lot of people that got on and off the train. You don't notice anyone in particular that is doing anything weird, but yeah, there's some people that got off on the same stop as you, that got on as the same stop as you, but there were easily 80 people on the train with you.
All right. Keep an eye out, Slick.
With your 10, it does tell you a good route, and you do see that the screen flashes. It has 2 different routes highlighted, and one is in slightly a different shade of green than the other. But as you try and see exactly what the ETA is, they kind of both flash out, and then you only have one left. Like when you look at Google Maps, and there's like one route that has construction. You know, it was telling you one of those is a slower route, but before you could discern which one it was because you rolled a 10, there's a route, and it is located in the center of the entertainment district, and it has over 46,000 reviews with an average rating of 4 stars.
Dang.
Yeah, not bad.
I bet half of those are fluff.
Well, Velis will unplug from the console there, and actually, GM, did he know about how long it's going to take us to get there?
Ooh, good check.
Your navigation systems estimate a 10-minute travel time.
That's without distractions. I mean, the GM could have us roll for some sort of encounters along the way.
Depending on muggings.
Yeah, well, Tavelis will turn and talk to Dathkar and Ulrich and say,
I have located the nightclub we are looking for. Good news, it is only about a 10-minute walk away. If we stay on task, we could be there quite rapidly. And
See how that works.
wrap this all up quickly.
Yes.
and Tavelis will turn around and begin to walk, and assuming the others were going to follow him, but he will call out the directions as he goes along so that everyone knows where they're going.
Turn left in 45 paces. Make a U-turn. Make a U-turn when first available.
What the hell?
How come you don't listen to me? I know what's best for you.
You want Dathkar to have to interact with some more technology?
Dude, we gotta get him a port sanitizer. I think he caught something. Sticking his jack in everything.
So this is the entertainment district on essentially the vacation space station next to one of the two main travel rifts in the entire galaxy. What are you guys passing? What do you see?
Oh,
I'm thinking there's like TVs on all the walls, and it's all like the same thing that's on right now. It's huge. There's this big competition going on for like warriors. So think of like a Roman Colosseum where there's creatures of all kinds, aliens of all kinds, fighting to the death, competing either individually or in groups, and it's just like the biggest event of the year, and it's on right now. So it's just every single TV screen has it. There's not like even a way to turn away and avoid it. Like it's just on every screen you look at.
Jeez.
Well, and after you get past the hardcore gladiator, that's where like the people that are really in it for the fight and the honor, you get to this area that's just touristy, and there's like stuffed animals on sticks and silly costumes and props and all this stuff. But on all the screens you see these snapshots of these kind of just almost celebrity-esque looking people that are fighting to the death. It's not that dissimilar from the gladiators. And there's this one that people just start screaming and cheering and jumping up and down, and it's this person wearing boxers, like just shorts, white fabric with red hearts on it. They're barefoot running through this hellscape, it seems like. They've got these giant metal spiked knuckles on top of their hands. They're wearing a leather jacket, and then on their shoulder is a gray long-haired cat wearing glasses. And people are just screaming and losing their minds. It's ridiculous.
Donut, donut, donut. We love you, Carl.
Just then, Ulrich kind of was going by. You know, there's a clothing shop with shiny outfits and clasps and silver and platinum and all these kind of cool looks. And then past that's, you know, a little data pad shop. He's kind of eyebrows raised a little bit at that. That's kind of cool. But the next one is the ship dealer, and he's definitely drooling at the window at that. There's starships and cruisers and fighters and cargo ships, and he's just looking at them.
And they're all being sold as timeshares, or you have to come to a meeting where you get a free dinner to hear about it.
Oh, scams. But man, I miss my ship. All right, keep going. Come on. That's eye on the prize. Eye on the prize. Why is that guy wearing heart boxer shorts? And is that food he's carrying on his shoulder? What is that?
And you see now there's this large two-legged reptilian creature chasing behind them, and you can't quite tell if it's trying to hurt them or help them. The storyline of this is just ridiculous.
I never get soap operas these days.
You continue to walk through the entertainment district, and you see just everything is bright and huge colors, overstated, over-advertised. It is overwhelming, but after about 10 minutes, you do make your way to the Eclipse nightclub, and the area surrounding it is pretty big. It is all themed bars, arcades, interconnected on this, you know, few hundred feet wide massive structure, almost like a mini mall, with the Eclipse nightclub at the center. It's the tallest building.
That's pretty nice.
The rhythmic thump of a club beat reverberates throughout the area, coming from a large steel building that merges into the station's inner hall wall. Crowds of people mill about the smaller bars and halls around the structure. The station lighting has been replaced by a holographic night sky, complete with distant stars and dark silhouettes.
We have arrived.
This place doesn't mess around at breakfast.
Oh, if you would like some breakfast, there is another of the crispy critter cuisines located conveniently directly next door to the nightclub.
Why? Why is it a franchise? Why?
And you do notice that at the front doors of the Eclipse nightclub, there is a guard patrolling, just kind of walking back and forth casually. Human man, dark black hair, very, very short. They have a thin, like kind of a small mustache, and they're pretty muscular, and they're just kind of casually walking back and forth and doing a little perimeter box around where those front doors are. But then you see the larger figure standing in the doorway, barring anyone from just walking straight inside. And it is a very large Matakai, large reptilian creature. They have muscles upon muscles upon muscles. Their scales are kind of a rough texture. They have white scales with some tiny gray and black flecks mixed throughout. They're wearing a very tightly fitted, armored black shirt, black pants, and thick combat
I thought you were going to say a
boots.
mesh shirt.
I could change it. And they have dark brown eyes.
Hey, Deathcar, do you know this guy? You guys go to like the same meetings?
No. Matakai travel throughout the universe. We're each our own person on our own path. However, we will help each other out, so I'll go and talk to him if you'd like. But GM, do we have to worry about the little guy that's in front, or what's his story?
That guard is just kind of doing a little perimeter. They're just there to be there. They see you and they do a little head nod and they just continue walking.
Okay. In that case, Deathcar will nod back at the little guard guy and walk up to this Matakai and say, "Hello, I am Kratha Deathcar.
How be you?"
I am well. I am here with my companions. We have a delivery we need to make to Rona. We need to be given directly to Rona. We may not hand it to anyone else. Will you permit us access to this club?
Rona. Are you sure that's who you're meeting? And he pulls out a kind of what looks like a clipboard, but it's like a full data pad, and it's just very, very thin, and he starts looking at it. Very questioningly look on his face.
Ulrich's gonna walk up and goes, "I'm pretty sure we're on the list," and he slips his tablet out, his device out, and he has 20 Krubles right on the screen. I think this is yours, by the way.
And he doesn't actually notice what you're doing because he's looking at his screen, and you notice that the light shining up towards his face is almost like a strobe light, like the screen is shorting out for a second. And what is everyone's passive perception?
Mine is 10, but let me check and see. I think actually Slick's is better than mine.
I think the same's for me. Our secondary characters are better than our first.
Yeah, it's a 13. Slick's passive perception is 13.
Yeah, Deathcar is a 9, and Tubelis is a 14 at least.
Nice. All right, so Tuvelis is the only one that notices on that data pad that he has, the kind of clipboard that's just a clear info screen. He turns just enough that Tuvelis catches it. All of a sudden shows your faces surrounded by a light green light. And he says, "Oh, I guess you three are free to go. Head to the red door in the back to meet up with the boss."
Red door in the back. Thanks, buddy.
Deathcar will look up to the other Matakai and say, "Thank you, brother," and lead the way in with everybody else.
And I will also say that Tuvelis, with that passive perception, the arm compartment where you put that device that Tarko gave you, you feel a slight vibration, and it gets just a fraction of a few degrees warmer, as if it were executing a command.
Well, while I guess Deathcar was taking the lead in there, and then I assume Ulrich is next. I think Tuvelis would actually kind of pause and hesitate and look down at his arm for a moment and think about, with a little bit of concern about what could be going on. before proceeding inside.
As you walk into the club, it's huge. The main area is at least 120 feet wide, even deeper. This is a multi-story building. I said that the Eclipse nightclub was the center of this mini mall-esque space. It's 3 stories. You can see these massive chandeliers moving up and down and showing all sorts of images as lights shine down with the beats of the music. And an array of colorful lights, wisps of smoke, and perfume smells fill your senses upon entering the Eclipse's main room. A number of tables are positioned along the side walls, with many of them at the front being used as a dance floor. A huge U-shaped bar made of blackened metal and stone takes up much of the central floor, and the rest of the area is packed with partygoers and guests flaunting an array of high fashion. A live band plays from an elevated stage that extends from the back wall 15 feet above the main floor. And then you can look up and see there are 2 more balconies above, filled with patrons.
You get down.
So do we see that red door anywhere? Or we have to roll to see if we can see the red door?
Oh,
Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So we're getting close to the end of our session. We can end it on doing a skill challenge to get through the space, or we can end it on you getting to your destination.
Ooh.
I like a skill challenge.
Yeah, when has a skill challenge ever gone wrong for us? Let's go that way.
All right. And as you look around the room, the guard, the bouncer at the front, had told you to go towards the red door in the back to meet up with the boss. And as you scan the space, you do see there is a red door across this entire massive expanse.
But I want to paint it black.
And just before any of you can lean to anyone else to state, oh, there's the door. Actually, who do you think would spy it first? So Tuvelis has the highest passive perception, right?
Yeah, he
All right,
does.
so-
I think he'd notice it. He was looking for it.
Yeah, he
All right.
knows. He's our navigator.
He's on track.
So, Tuvelis, you notice a red door across the entire dance floor.
Well, I mean, Tuvelis will look up and immediately notice that red door across the room. I guess Ulrich and Dathkar may be a little distracted by everything that's going on in the room, but not Tuvelis. He's got that android focus, or it has that android focus. And Tuvelis will alert the others.
There's the red door as instructed. Let's make our delivery, and we can complete this task and get paid.
And before anyone can respond to you, you hear cheering just go across this entire space like a wave at a sporting event as a massive cylindrical shimmery ball drops, light shooting off of it, and then the beat drops and the entire dance floor gets rushed by everyone that was at the bar. Everyone that was sitting at tables is on the dance floor. This is the jam everyone's been waiting for.
Oh, man.
And on that note, we are going to end our session as you guys are going to have to make your way across the dance floor next week.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Looking forward to it.
I was going to say, is that DJ Roomba?
Just like hovers his way down from the ceiling above or from that chandelier.
When you were doing that, so when you were and the ball opens and a circular robot comes out. It's DJ Roomba.
Oh, it's happening next week. I'm writing it down right now. DJ Roomba.
Just like mashing buttons and everything, so it's just making all sorts of terrible noises. Doesn't even make any sense. People are loving it though.
Bang, bang, bang.
Nice. Well, thank you guys. This one was fun, and I really appreciate you guys coming with a couple of ideas on, spaces to interact with and things to do. I think it's really fun when we can build the world a little more together than just it's a painting that you walk through. But how are you guys liking the sci-fi vibe of everything?
Oh, I really like it. I like that you're throwing it back at us. It's helpful when we have a little more time to think about it ahead of time.
Yeah, I want to think about it a minute.
Yeah, so like when you threw it in the chat before and it's like, hey, describe some of these different businesses or places that you'd see in this, and spending the day thinking about it, I thought that was great.
I got you.
And it's really helpful to do it that way instead of just having like long, awkward pauses. And
I like spackle.
yeah, exactly.
No, there's a lot of silence on my end too. No, it's nice because when we're going to go into a space, I'm like, okay, well, you guys are going to a massive spaceport and we're going to have some downtime, because we did the first 2 episodes were a lot of combat. Like we did the reverse of what you're supposed to do. So I wanted to make sure you guys had a chance to kind of feel out your characters. And because this is a massive hub, there would be a store or a restaurant or a thing that's recognizable to you. So I messaged both of you in chat like, hey, can you think of a couple places you would know and recognize, and I'll let you guys run with it. So that was fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm envisioning like the alien chestbuster type thing as the spider that you.
Oh God. Oh,
I mean, Ulrich rolled so bad on his constitution that maybe that could have happened to him. Just ripped right out of his chest.
full end of Spaceballs right there.
Yep.
To be honest, the description of the place, like Matt totally down. Ulrich, no, it's a little rough for him, but he's been around. But Matt's totally down with a grungy dive. But honestly, Ulrich's just being a stick in the mud to be a stick in the mud half the time.
So, honest question, Dan. We've been playing D&D and other game systems for a while. Were you surprised when you got charged more for the damage to the pod?
That was awesome.
No, not at all. I mean, I think you have a good way of holding us accountable to our actions as we play. Matt runs into this a lot, and
Yeah.
you kept pushing Deathcar's buttons, so he's getting angrier and angrier and just gonna rampage.
Rampage!
That's
Nice.
just-
Yeah, I don't write everything down, but I do try and pick up little stuff that you guys say and bring it back. So that was fun. Thank you for
Nice.
destroying the pod. It made it more interesting.
Yeah, Deathcar almost had to go break the doors down. Luckily, you said it just in time because he was not too pleased with the robot continuing to ask questions.
Well, I'm excited for next week because skill challenges are one of my favorite things to do because it leads to some of the most creative character stuff that comes up rapid pace in D&D. So I'm excited. Are you guys excited for a skill challenge?
Yeah, although I don't know
I
how
wanna
the high
break
strength's
stuff
going to
and
really help
do
on
some-
this one.
Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah.
have strength or dex or anything. It's going to be rough.
Well, I'm going to say it's going to be the same rules as other skill challenges we've done. So you can
Yep.
do any skill you want, but you can only do it once. So if you use persuasion to, pardon me, that's great. But you can't do persuasion again for the duration of the skill challenge. And I'll go over it next week.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember. I've got some ideas. There might be cantrips.
Dan, do you want to do both, or do you want to say that Tuvelis as an android is able to simply follow behind the party so you don't have to narrate and go back and forth between characters?
As long as I don't have to talk to myself. They're both very different characters, and they both have different abilities. And I guess worst case, I could always team up and have one of my guys help out the other one.
You start rolling for crap,
I
go
think that's
for it.
awesome.
Of course, one might get to the end before the other, so I don't know. It's going to be kind of weird playing it that way.
What took you so long?
That's fair. All right. Well, I'm excited for the skill challenge. And on that note, until next week.
We hope you can find yourself a galaxy and a ship.
And a crew.
So you can launch into your own NatFun.
Nice.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I wouldn't eat that.
Have you ever thought to yourself, I wonder what a giant lizard, a space merman, and a robot would do at a nightclub? Well, come back next week to find out, as we jump right into a skill challenge to get across the dance floor of the Eclipse nightclub when Cipher Syndicate continues, here on NatFun. And if you'd like to check out Esper Genesis or Skydown Game Studios for yourself, you can find the core manual, pre-generated character sheets, Crucible Corpse modules, and lots of other great content at skydowngames.com and DriveThruRPG. And while you're there, you can also check out Skydown Game Studios' newest game, Phantasy Star Tabletop RPG. We'll have links both in our show notes and on our website, natfunpodcast.com. And if you're enjoying NatFun and want to help support us making more content, can you check out our Patreon? We have a lot of great stuff there, and our subscribers are what help keep our podcast ad-free. So thanks. And if you're signed up by the end of this month, you get entered into our monthly raffle and can win yourself a free copy of Esper Genesis, courtesy of Skydown Game Studios. And maybe even roll into your own sci-fi NatFun. I'll meet you back here next week for more NatFun.